Hello, boy. How y'all doing? This has been a busy weekend. I'm EM, Ed Mothershed. This has been a busy weekend. It's been a busy week. It's 1 week into the Trump administration, and ICE is coming for you. ICE is coming for you. Don't think they're not. Don't think you have to be Spanish or from South America or from Mexico to not be a victim or be detained by ICE. Have your information handy. Okay, so I'm here to tell you ICE is coming for you. They've made so far, from what I understand, a little less than 3,000 arrests in 1 week. The numbers was like 2,800. Over the weekend, there have been 1,200 arrests on a Saturday and a Sunday, and they're not playing. And also, I know you've all heard that some of these countries down in South America, Venezuela, they're talking about they weren't going to take or accept the planes coming in, and then there was like this tariff put on them, and then they were like, so what? We're going to do the same to you, whatever their fallback was. And then they were like, forget it. Just send them in. We'll take it. You want to use my plane? This is something, these people got to know Trump's administration, Trump is not playing. We tried to tell you all that. You all knew that, So, that being said, I'm not here to down the Trump administration or talk about, this whole immigration thing, my stance on it. No, I'm not really here to talk about that. What I'm trying to do really is warn you all that could be potential victims of this, especially my Spanish American citizens. You guys need to be careful. I don't care if you were born here or not, whatever the case may be, you still have to be careful out there because unfortunately they are in your neighborhoods. If you live in a diverse area that is specifically Spanish, here I'm in Chicago, and Chicago got hit hard over the week, as you all know. He pretty much, not only us, but we were one of the major cities that were hit. And we have communities that are Spanish communities that a lot of Spanish people live in, and they went in those communities and they went and swept and got a lot of people. So, guys, if you have a business, if you're Spanish, I'm not even going to say a Spanish owner. If you just have a business and you have immigrants in it, and they're not legal, guys, you better watch out because that's not good. I'm not exactly sure of what the backlash of that is going to be or what it is, but from what I understand, it's not good because you don't want to be swept up with that whole thing, harboring criminals, because they consider anyone illegal a criminal, not saying that you are, a murderer or or you know what I mean, or stole something, whatever. Not that type of criminal, but they're just talking about the criminality of being illegal. And they feel if you have an illegal person there, that pretty much you are harboring this person who they consider fugitives. And a lot of people are fleeing, especially a lot of these, different immigration designated areas that they have a lot of new immigrants in. A lot of them are fleeing that because, of course, they're about to be sent back, especially if they were not, here with legal documentation. So they say, now a lot of things that I'm telling you is things that I've heard, things that I got from the news. I am not a professional, but this is just a warning that is out here as a normal American folk person like yourself and like your relatives and people you know. And then you can pass this information to them. So let everyone know, please bring your documentation, your ID, if you did come here supposedly on a, like say a green card or a TP, If you have that pending, you have some type of proceeding pending that you are maybe about to become a citizen, or it's in, you know what I mean, or it's in limbo right now, and you have to go to court for that. Have those things handy. Have all your documentation handy. They say put it on your phone so you can show this stuff. If not, have a close friend or relative who can maybe locate all your paperwork in case you get detained from being on the streets or don't have, your phone or whatever the case may be, so that they can grab that stuff and come and find you to wherever you're at and wherever they're detaining you. If you are friends or relatives of people that are illegal, please be careful of that, because if they're in your household, that could be a bad detrimental thing for you. That, with your livelihood, you don't want them, you know what I'm saying, trying to say that you are a criminal, harboring other criminals, and you're going to end up having to go to court. And then, see, I don't know what the jail times and all this other stuff may be, because this is all kind of relatively new. And what I mean by new is that this is really becoming a big issue, and they are enforcing it as fully as they can. And you don't want to be made an example. They will make you an example. Yes, don't think they won't. So if you know of any illegal or related to them or what have you, you all need to work it out. Because if one falls and gets caught and they find out they're connected to you, you all fall. And like I said, this is to my American citizens who have loved ones that are illegal, or who have friends that are illegal, or just, helping some illegal people. You have to be careful. This administration is not playing. From what I'm understanding, they're going into schools, or they're about to start that. I heard they went into some schools to, I don't know if they're talking about college or high schools or grammar schools, but I do know for sure colleges. They are going through there. A lot of people are being swept up in this. And also, I want to reiterate, if you think this is just about South America or the Spanish and Mexican and think again. Not only are they going to get them, they're going to get you if you are from another country. Because also, too, down, from what I'm understanding, down in South America, they've gotten some people that are from the Middle East who've come through Mexico and come up here to America. Now, supposedly this is all about criminals. They're trying to get illegal criminals, right? So, you know what? Hold that thought. I'll be right back. So, like I was saying before, this is supposed to be about getting illegal criminals off the street and sending them back to whatever country they came from. Okay, supposedly, like, say, I think over the weekend, they got approximately maybe 1,300 or 1,200. Let's say 1,200. I heard two numbers. I heard 1,200 and 1,300, but let's say the 1,300. Now, they claim a little bit over 1,000 of that 1,300 were criminals, but the rest of them were not. So what happened was they were trying to get the criminals, and then these other people who are illegal were swept up with them. Supposedly, they have information that these people they're sweeping up are criminals with records from whatever country they came from. And what they're doing is they're sweeping up other people. So even if you're an American citizen and you're with them, they're not going to just like sometimes, most, I think, cases, they are not going to let you go. They're going to take you down to wherever ICE's location is, or wherever they take everyone, and then they'll sort it out there. But just think about it. You're being detained, you're being, inconvenienced, and not only that, you might even have to go to court, because now you're going to be looked at as a criminal harboring another criminal, depending on the situation. Now, if you're there in your house, that's one thing, but if you're hanging out with them, that's another thing. But the thing is, this is supposed to be about wrapping up a bunch of criminals. And what's happening is a lot of innocent other people are being swept up in this, even American citizens, because they just don't have the time to sort out who you are. And they don't care how much English you're speaking and how clear everything is as far as they're concerned. Hey, they don't want to like accidentally let you go and you really are from somewhere else. You just pretty much got good English skills. Not only that, they are just trying to get a lot of these criminals that they know are doing a lot of criminal activity here in America. I heard in Colorado that there was like this gang that took over like an apartment complex and were torturing a couple of people, and they're from South America and this was going on. And so what it was that they're trying to get a lot of people that have come here to America and are trying to take advantage of America because of the fact of, if no one's going to do anything about it, you might as well do what you were doing from wherever you came, do it here, right? And they're making probably more money, or at least making some money, to survive. So that's all they know. So when they come from wherever they came from, they're going to bring those same cultural whatever here, So what happened was that did happen and is happening all over the country in different cities, not just Colorado, because I know New York has been having it. I've heard a few cases here in Chicago. A lot of places are really suffering, especially down there where in Texas, Arizona, all those states too, where they're being like American citizens or good citizens, period, are just being victimized by these, criminals that did come from other countries. Like I said, don't think because you're from Spain, India, Philippines, where you from? Don't think because you're from those countries that you're safe and they're not looking for you. Your name will sometime possibly appear on there. Not as a criminal, don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong, because they said it's criminal. But what I want you all to do is think outside the box. They're not just getting criminals. They may be getting also other ethnic groups. Just have your information available. If you're in the process of being a citizen, if you have a green card, if you have a TP, if you have some type of court case that's pending, let's say you were part of a sweep for ICE. If you have a court case, say if they didn't take you right away and they're deciding, make sure you have that information available. Or if you're just in some other type of court case, whatever it may be. And from what I understand, there's some do's and don'ts if you're approached by ICE. I guess you're not supposed to tell them you're a citizen, especially if you're not. They say don't run away from them. They say that you are supposed to tell them your name, like who you are, and that information, but you don't have to, I guess, answer any other questions. They say get some legal representation. In fact, if you don't have it now, you need to get that in place in case you are stopped or if you are detained. You need to get your legal representation in place right now, because that way, as soon as something like that happens, you can immediately implement your plan to contact your legal representation. That means also, again, have a friend or relative in place in case you get detained, and make sure somebody you're not around all the time, because both of you might get detained at the same time. I'm just saying. So make sure it's somebody that, is out of your loop and that you can contact right away to get, your representation there for you. Supposedly you're not supposed to answer any questions. You can just give them your name and that information, but you don't tell them that you're an American citizen. From what I understand, you don't have to tell them from where you're from. You don't have to tell them, like what country you come from. If by these things I'm telling you, Please go check it out, the rules and regulations legally, what you can and cannot do in these cases. I am not at all legal or a legal representation. I'm just giving you information that I've heard and have seen that was reported and told. So don't hold it on me. Check all of this for yourself. This is for you. This is for your family. This is for your friends, your loved ones. If you have a significant other, all I just know is prepare yourself for the next 4 years. This is a taste of what will be happening. This administration is not playing. Trump is not playing. Everybody should know this by now. This is nothing new. I remember before this, during the election, oh, he can't do no mass deportation. Oh, he's not going to take me. I'm one of the good ones. No. And then right now they're saying, oh, he's only taking the criminals. You know what? They're not only the criminals that are being deported. And don't think, like I said, it's only the Spanish and South Americans. It can be anyone from any other place other than America if you are not here legally. Like I said, if you're not here legally, you can be deported. No matter where you're from. You can be from Africa, you can be from Greece, you can be from Italy, or even England. If you do not have proper documentation for being here, you can be deported. ICE is not playing. President Donald Trump is not playing. Now, I'm not here, like I said, advocating for anything or, I'm just giving the information. All you people that are out here thinking about, oh, Donald Trump, you know what? Right now, he is the president. This is who we have now. I don't care whether you agree or disagree, you need to just accept who's in office and bear down with it for the next 4 years until a new president comes in. All that complaining and all that stuff about who's president and and what he's doing, you know what? Let's just ride it out and hope for the best. Yes, a lot of people will suffer. A lot of people are suffering. This is just the beginning. This is just 1 week. 1 week out of 4 years. And right now, he made promise of what he was going to do when it came to deportation, and he's making good on that promise right now. It started pretty much the next day after he got in office, if it didn't start the very day he got in office. Because when he signed those executive orders, everything went into effect. And again, like I said, over there in South America, they were trying not to accept any one of the illegal, immigrants. And Trump said, you better accept them. And he was like, no. And, that went back and forth. And eventually he did. Criminals, they came over here illegally. The criminals I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anyone else. And, it's not, no, I don't agree with that. If you with the criminals, because you coming over here, now you're doing your crimes over here. And a lot of people have suffered from that. And I don't agree with any criminal coming from anywhere. That's not how you handle a situation from any other countries. You don't send your criminals somewhere else so they can be a headache somewhere else. Well, now they're sending them, trying to send them back to where they came from so they can be their headache again. But the thing is, a lot of innocent people are being swept up in this, and that's what's not right. Now, also, these cities like Chicago, I believe, and there's some other cities that say are trying to help immigrants, and stuff. I heard that funding may be cut for that, so that may be happening very soon. also, and so that's not going to be good at all, because now a lot of them don't have anywhere to go. A lot of them probably don't have relatives or friends here or people here. So they're going to either be hiding somewhere, like somewhere, who knows, and they can only people can only hide for so long, because in order to function here, you have to have documentation, social security numbers. You have to have birth certificate. You got to have those things, and if you don't have those things, I guess they get it on the black market, is what I'm assuming, or fake stuff. Oh, that's another thing. If you're an immigrant, and they said this, not an immigrant, or anyone, even if you're not an immigrant, if you're an American citizen and you have fake documentation on you, you better right now leave that at home, or you better destroy it, or what have you. Because if you get caught with that, they're going to automatically assume you're guilty, or you're using this for someone else, or if your picture's on it, that you're doing something illegal. So they say you may get arrested for that, or you may get, what I mean, for that. So don't have any, they even said, don't have any illegal green card on you, don't have any fake ID, fake social security card, fake anything on you. If you are an immigrant, one of the migrants especially, and if you're an American, don't have any of that. Please, my American citizens that are truly American, make sure you take care of your family and take care of yourself. Be prepared if you are going to, say, protect, or I'm not saying not to, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying if that's what you're doing, be prepared that you may have to go with them, if that may be the case, or go to jail, because they may be issuing jail time. This is all new. I said be prepared. Now, that's the thing too. This will be held up in court. A lot of things will be held up in court for a long time. But the point is, you don't want to go to court and be detained, and you know what I mean, and for whatever. So just make a wise choice, and make a good choice, and whatever your choice may be, just know you have to live with it, and know that if push comes to shove, you don't want to. I'm just saying, are you going to help someone? Are you going to lose everything? Weigh the circumstances, weigh your situation, make your own choice. So my thing is, you all be safe out there, because this is way from over, and ICE is not playing. All right. So you all just be careful. If this has been helpful, subscribe, keep watching. I try to, inform you of a lot of things that people never told me. And this whole thing, someone may not be telling you. You may not be watching the news, So on that note, just be safe out there. Okay? All right. So subscribe and like if this was helpful. And if not, pass this along to other people so they'll be informed and they'll know. Like I said, with ICE, they're not playing. Trump is not playing. All right? Peace. See you next time.